Hi Flosstube, my name is Karen and the name of my channel is Panhandle Stitcher because I'm in the eastern panhandle of West Virginia. Today is Friday, April 15th, and this is Flosstube number 3. If you've been here before, thank you very much for coming back. If you're new, thanks for dropping in. I hope you enjoy what you see. I have a few things to show you today. I actually have a couple of finishes. They're small, but you know, a finish is a finish, so we'll take it. I've got a couple of whips to show you and a couple of new starts because, you know, 40 whips is not enough. And I've also got just a little bit of market stash to show you. So let's get started. First to the finishes. Okay, the first one I have, like I said, they're both small. This is a design from Shakespeare's Peddler. She has several in this series. It's the antique cups and spoons, and I really liked her finishing. I'm going to try to finish it the same way with the lace there on the end. And this was stitched on a piece of 40 count love letter from Color and Cotton, and I used Weeks Dye Works pink sand, and I finished it just the other day. Let me see if I can get it up there a little better. Gosh, a little challenged here. There you go. I really like the way it turned out. I tried to leave enough on this end to do the finishing with the lace. And so I'll maybe by the next time I actually film a video, I'll have gotten that done because I really do want to finish it and see how it turns out. But that is Antique Cups and Spoons by Teresa Vanette, Shakespeare's Peddler. And I have the rest of them in the series. And the next one I'm planning to start is one Birds in Cages, and I'll show you that in a few minutes when I talk about plans, because I actually kind of have a few plans. Whether they'll come to any fruition, you never know. Okay, my other finish, again, very small, and this is one that I just kind of did on a whim. I found the chart on the Pinker and Punkin website, or I think it's actually a blog. It's a St. Patrick's Day design. I kind of was in the mood to stitch some St. Patrick's Day stuff, so I did this little piece. I think I did it in an afternoon because it's very small. And this is just on a piece of 36 count cream out of my stash. It says, "You are my lucky charm." And I'm planning to finish this as a pillow as well. And I went to Joann's a couple of weeks ago. I realized I didn't really have any green fabric that was suitable for St. Patrick's Day. So I picked up a fat quarter bundle and just a bit of yardage. I've got this possibly for the pillow finishing. And then I've got this with the gold shamrocks, which is kind of pretty. And then this one. So probably one of these three I'll use to make a pillow out of it. But I just thought it was very cute, and this is the whole piece of fabric, so I've got more room for another small, a little small piece. And Pinker and Punkin has got some really pretty holiday themed designs. St. Patrick's Day was what I was looking for, and I'll try to put a link down below in the show notes or the comments. I don't know if I'll be successful. Sometimes I'm a little challenged with some of this YouTube stuff, but I'll have a go and see what happens. So those are my two finishes. They're not a lot, but I'm happy with them, so it's all good. Now, let me show you my whips. I got stuff surrounded by just stuff here. First thing that I've been working on the past few days is my fox from the Cottage Garden Sampling Year in the Woods series. I still have been working on the fox. I haven't started any of the others. But I have made progress. I finished his tail, and I'll tell you what, this white stuff in the tail wasn't hard, but it was a bit of a pill. It was a little on the fiddly side to stitch, so I was glad to be done with that. So what I've done, I finished his tail, so I'm up I think, on this ear. I started up here, and I'm just going to put in a little bit here for a marker for the rest of these snowflakes, and then start on his head and just kind of work my way down. Because what I usually do, I stitch in hand, and because I hold the fabric in my left hand, I usually try to start in the upper left hand, no, sorry, upper right hand corner, whatever corner this is. I try to start up here so that my hands aren't touching the stitching any more than necessary. I do occasionally start in the center of a piece. It depends on the design. Some things it just seems easier to start in the center. But if I do start in the center, what I do is start in the middle and then work my way up to this corner, and then I just work, I work across and down as I go. So that's the fox, and I'll talk about my plans for one of the other pieces here in a minute also. Another whip, and you've seen this one before. I worked a little bit on Mary Catherine Harris, the zebra sampler, and I think the last time that I showed it, I had this row of little whatever they are, and maybe a couple of letters of the alphabet. And so I almost finished that row of alphabet, and I'm getting ready to move down a little further and start the next one. And I've only got a couple of more rows, it looks like, of letters and numbers, and then I can get down here and start the zebra and the fun stuff. So that is Mary Catherine Harris, 1873, and she's stitched on 40 count something. I wrote it down. I'm using Victorian Motto threads instead of the DMC. 40 count marzipan from Color and Cotton. And the fox is stitched on the called for 40 count Mirage from Picture This Plus, and I'm using the called for DMC and Gentle Arts on this one. And finally, the other whip that I've been working on, I have not showed this before, and this is one of those pieces that I had forgotten that I actually had. I was digging through my basket of kitted stuff, and I found the project bag, and I thought, what's in here? And so I pulled it out and looked at it, and it's this. This is from the work basket, and I don't know how well you can see that. It's an old hymn, or the words are from an old hymn called Fairest Lord Jesus, and the name of the chart is just, where's it at? It's just Fairest. And I'm stitching it, I had kitted it up ages ago. I'm stitching it with the called for Weeks flosses, and my fabric is 40 count, I'm sure it's probably, no, it's not Color and Cotton, it's 40 count Lakeside Maritime White. It's a piece that I had in my stash. So those colors really pop on the Maritime White. And I've made a little bit of progress. Again, starting on this upper corner. This band here with the flowers is a little fiddly, but once I get past it, the rest of it should go pretty quickly. The alphabet stitches up pretty quickly. I love these colors. I had originally kitted it up with 32 count, but that's been, like I said, several years ago. I bought this chart at a shop in Pittsburgh called the Noble Craftsman, and the Noble Craftsman has been closed for, wow, 15 years maybe? She's been closed for a long time. It was an awesome shop. But the owner decided to retire, and the shop closed, which was very sad. Because it was awesome. Pat, the owner, was just a super lady. It was just a great shop. So those are what I have been working on lately. And so let me show you a couple of new starts, because, you know, like I said, 40 whips, not enough. The first one that I started, and I started this a month or so ago, it's been since my last video, it's a blackbird, my heart can rest. And this, I just love this. This is so pretty. I love these colors in it. And I saw someone had posted a picture on Instagram of their finished piece. She's Russian and she lives in Australia, I think, Natalia. And I don't know what her Instagram name is off the top of my head, but she had posted her finish of this, and when she showed that, it's the colors are just beautiful. And this one is stitched on, as usual, my usual 40 count. And did I write it down? No, I didn't write it down. It's 40 count something, probably something from Color and Cotton. And I'm stitching it with the called for Gentle Arts and Weeks. And this is what I've got done so far. Just a bit of the border, and I'm starting a couple of the motifs on the inside. Just really, really pretty. I just really like these colors. So pretty. Gosh, I wish I had written down the fabric, and I know I didn't because I made a working copy. Oh, sticker. I found it. Okay, another piece on 40 count marzipan from Color and Cotton with the called for Weeks and Classic. Oh, Weeks and Classic Colorworks, not Gentle Arts. Okay. So, but that's one new start. And I'm kind of trying to put things kind of away as I go because, again, it'd just be a mess. Worse than it already is. Okay, another new start, and I started these actually, I think, on the same day because I was just had such a bout of startitis going. This is from Tim's Path Samplers. She's in Britain, and it's called the Platinum Jubilee Sampler, and it's to commemorate the 70th year on the throne of Queen Elizabeth II. Excuse. And I am doing this one on a piece of fabric that I got, again, from Color and Cotton. It was in their one of their fabric club pieces. And it's called Cauldron Smoke. It's a real pretty, kind of a grayish purple. Oh, this is the design. And I am up here in the thistles where I've started. And this is what I've gotten done so far. And the thread that I'm using is also Color and Cotton, and it is called Alexandrite, which is just this gorgeous purple. Well, kind of a purpley blue, I guess. Not strictly purple. There's variegation in it, but it's very subtle. You can really almost see the variegation on that, but I think the color just pops on this fabric. It's kind of a grayish purple. It's blowing out a little bit on the camera. It's just a wee bit darker than what this shows. So that's another new start. Just a beautiful, beautiful design. Just something kind of fun to do for the 70th anniversary of the Queen. I'm not a royalist, I don't suppose, or anything, but I just think it's kind of neat. And then finally, another new start, and I've actually started this twice. This is another of the Heartstring Samplery Sunday Stitches, and this is from the hem When I Survey the Wondrous Cross. It's just called When I Survey, and this is the design. And I had ordered, I got these on automatic from Shepherd's Needle, and I was getting the chart and the fabric. Well, the called for fabric is a picture this plus something, Heartland. And I'm assuming that there was no Heartland. So what I got was picture this plus doubloon. It's not a bad color. It's gold, which, you know, doubloon, yeah, I guess it would be gold. So I started it. And I switched out, I'm not using the called for colors. I switched out for some Victorian mottos that were in my stash, and a skein of DMC 938, sorry. And I started it, and that's all I got done. I hope you can see that a little bit. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if the colors, I don't know if I like the colors on this fabric. So I stopped it. And I thought, what could I do it on that might look better? Or that I might like better, I should say. And so then I thought I had a piece of baked clay from Fox and Rabbit that I had stitched something else on, and I thought, maybe that'll work. So let's have a go. So I pulled it out, and this is the baked clay, this is the fabric, and I really didn't even start it. I just took a couple of stitches just to see what it looked like, and I only took like 2 stitches, and I thought, I don't know if I like that. So I don't know, but these are the threads on the baked clay. Oh gosh, Karen, really? There we go. So I think maybe I need to do a little bit more of it and actually maybe start the design on this baked clay and see if I like it a little bit better than what I thought I was going to. I think I'm going to like it better than on the doubloon, and I actually have other thoughts for the doubloon that I'll show you in a minute. So that's another start, and that's all my new starts of late. So I think that's enough for new starts. I think that's probably enough. Okay, plans. I actually have plans. I make plans and then I kind of forget about them. That's just kind of the way I roll. It's just what happens. The first thing I want to start in the not too distant future is this. I've had this chart for a while, and this has been, I was thinking about it a bit the past couple of weeks, what with everything that's going on in the world, the situation in Ukraine, and the way it looks like things are going. This is from my big toe, and it's the prayer of St. Francis. This Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace, that prayer. And this is the design, and it's big. She's a big girl. On 40 count, the design is like 13.5 by about 15 or so, something in that neighborhood. So she's a good sized girl, or it's good size. And the fabric that I've pulled out to do this on is 40 count light exemplar, which is Lakeside, and it's a little darker. Again, the color's just blown out with the light. It's a bright sunny day here, and so it's blowing the color out a little bit. And I've got most of the DMC flosses. There are 4 that no one has. We know what's going on, the supply chain issues that everybody is having. And when I was looking for these online, I found some at one shop, some at another, and there are like 4 of them that nobody has. Nobody. And so probably what I'll do is just pull the DMC equivalent for that, because, who knows when they'll ever get them. These are some of the flosses on the fabric. I think it's going to look awesome. I love it. I just think I just love the prayer. And I think this is going to be so pretty. So I'm planning to start this, like I said, in the not too distant future. Let me kind of put this out of the way. Again, I've got organized chaos around me here, so I'm trying to keep it from getting any worse than it already is. Okay, another thing that I want to start, hopefully not too far, I want to carry on with the Year in the Woods. And I haven't started any of the other pieces. I haven't started the Swan. But I've got, she's released all three of the spring pieces. The Jackrabbit, the Raccoon, and the Ferret. And these are called, the called for fabric on these, on the spring designs, is Picture This plus Velt. I'm doing it on 40 count. 40 count anything is hard to find. It's just hard. It's just not out there. 40 count Velt, you'd have better luck trying to find the Holy Grail. No, nobody, that's another one. Nobody has it. Nobody has it. So I've been trying to come up with some options. I want something that has a little bit of a greenish tinge, because that's one of the nice things about the Velt, is that it does have a little bit of green, like green splotches in it. And I think I actually do have a piece of 36 count Velt, but number one, I don't know that it's big enough for all three charts, and number two, I'm doing them on 40. So I don't know that that would work. So I thought, okay, what am I going to do? So one thing I thought I might try, and I didn't bring the fabric in here, I ordered a piece of water lily linen from 123 Stitch. It's 40 count, which I wasn't sure I could even get water lily in 40 count, but I did. It is not Zweigart, it is Witchelt, I believe, and you can tell a difference in the weave. It's really interesting. The weave on the Witchelt is, I guess, looser or more open is a good way to put it than what's on the Zweigart. But anyway, I bought this piece of 40 count water lily linen with the thought that I would try to coffee dye it. I watched a couple of tutorials. Ginger Gerald has a good tutorial. Watched a couple of others. I thought that Vanna, the Twisted Stitcher, had a coffee dyeing tutorial, but I haven't found it. She may just have written tutorial on her blog. I haven't looked there yet. So that's the thought. And then I was looking at, no, I'm sorry. I got to thinking, I'm stitching another piece, and I don't have it in here either. It's a whip. I'm stitching it on Eggshell from Fiber on a Whim. And the eggshell has kind of a greenish cast to it. I went and looked at the piece, and I thought, that might work. And so I found 40 count eggshell on Kitten Stitcher's website. So this is it. I bought a half yard just to make sure I had enough. And look at this. Look at this. How cute is this? These are the tags that Teresa's putting on her fabric, and on the back she has that it's 40 count eggshell. Aren't those so cute? Those are just so neat. I love those. Anyhow, this is the eggshell, and I'll show you the called for colors. I think it's most of them on this eggshell, if I can do it without, all of them ending up in the floor. There's a Weeks, a Gentle Arts, and the rest is DMC. Let me see how this works. There. See a little bit. I think it's going to look good. I think it's going to work on the eggshell. I may still try to coffee dye the water lily just to see how it turns out, just for grins. So that's my plan for the spring designs for the Year in the Woods. And also, since I was on Kitten Stitcher's website, I've heard and seen a lot of people stitching things on Affogato from Fiber on a Whim. So Affogato, I ordered a piece of it as well. It's a little darker than what is showing, of course. This is 36 count because she didn't have 40. So this will be good if I have something that has over 1, because over 1 on 40 count is a little on the tricky side for me. So there's that. Now, what else do I have? That's okay. One other thing for plans is the next one of the Shakespeare's Peddler pillows that I want to do is the antique birds and cages. And again, she has it finished with a little bit of lace, so I'll leave a little bit of space for the finishing. And this is stitched on dapple linen from Picture This Plus with Havana silk from Gloriana. I'm not going to stitch it on dapple. My original thought, I have this piece of something, I think it might be something from Seraphim. I forget what it is. And I had thought to use it. It's 40 count, it's a light blue, and the thread that I have is from Color and Cotton. It's called Abyss, and it's just a real dark, kind of a blue-green, and I love it. It's so pretty. And so I thought I would maybe do it on this blue. Well, that was before, a couple of days ago, when I got the April Fabric Club fabric from Color and Cotton. And if you're in the club and you haven't gotten your fabric and you don't want to see what it looks like, now would be a good time to look away, because I want to show it. This is the Abyss on that. I think it would look amazing on this color also. So what do you think? You think I should go with the Color and Cotton? Or should I go with the light blue? I don't know. I may end up flipping a coin. I don't know. So yeah, let me know what you think down in the comments. Give just your opinion. One of the things I like about these designs, they're not real primitive. I think they're a little prim. Prim is not really my style, but these are just not prim enough that they appeal to me. So that's it for plans. Have a little bit of market haul to show you, or market stash, and then I'm been blathering on for almost half an hour, and the clock's going to strike the half hour here in a minute. So I'll just show you my haul real quick. I didn't want to get a lot of haul from market, a lot of stash from market, just because, like so many of you, I'm sure, who've been stitching for any length of time, I got so much stuff I'd have to live to be 267 to stitch it all. So I really need probably to be getting rid of stuff rather than buying. But some things, you know. One of the things I got, the Corgi Caboodle from Plum Street. Very cute. Very cute. So I may get that stitched one of these here days. Corgi Caboodle. I got Kathy Barrick, A Parliament of Owls, which is the first of a series. And that's this. I love owls. I love owls. Owls are so cool. So I got that. And then I have Hello Goodbye, Lady Kathleen Kitty. And this is from Summer House Stitchworks. It's a needle case. And I think it's so cute. And I've done needle cases before. She has finishing instructions on the back. My problem when I do needle cases is getting the inside piece on straight. So I'll try to do a little better on this. We'll see how it goes. But it's very cute. Very cute. I love it. And I'll probably stitch it on either 28 or 32 count, because I think 36 or 40, especially 40, would make it a little smaller than I would want to have for a needle book. So there's that. And I got a couple of well, not a couple, I got the 2 new Blackbird releases. Humming of the Bees, very pretty. Just another beauty from Blackbird. And A Heart Remembers. This is so pretty. I had some of the charts for this design. I'm not sure if I had them all, and I don't know if I would even actually stitch this, but it's very pretty. A couple of things in here that I really do like. This one is called A Heart Remembers. That is this piece, and probably it looks like the greens in here are kind of grayish. I might change those colors to be a little more of a green. Not sure yet what I would do them with, but I like that design. That's really pretty. I love the rose. Love the rose and the birds. So pretty. And then another piece in here that I really like. It's just a little pin cushion. It's called Basket of Memories, and it's just that. I mean, that would be a quick stitch. That wouldn't take long at all. But I think that's very pretty. So I probably will do at least those 2 out of this book, and then we'll see about the other stuff. And finally, the last bit of stash that I have from Market, actually, one of the Kitten Stitcher, this one, Antique Cats and Crowns, that was her Market release. Like that. Love that a lot. And then a couple of kits. These are from Samplers Not Forgotten. These are the little pillow kits that she releases, and I'm not going to take it out of the plastic, so I hope it doesn't glare. That didn't look too bad. But these are just small pillows, and I've got some of her previous releases as well. They're so pretty. Have I stitched any of them? No. But I like that it comes with everything. It's got the linen, it's got the threads, it's got the lace and the backing for the finishing. Does not have the stuffing. And I'm not sure. Oh yeah, this one, there's a little charm up here, right there. And it does come with the charm. I don't see the ribbon. I don't think the ribbon's in there, but that's okay. And then this one's called Dutch Rose. Excuse me. And then I also got the Peony Bouquet kit, and that is actually finished as a scissor pillow. You can see down here. I don't know if you can, I guess you can see a little bit, hopefully. And again, it's got everything that you need. Very, very cool. So that is my Market stash. And my throat is dry. I've been talking more than I usually do. So anyway, I think that's it. I'm looking around. I think I've shown you everything that I've got laying out here on the floor around me. So I think that's it for this episode. Again, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed what you see, if you'd like to like and subscribe, that'd be awesome. And if you've come here, if someone else has recommended my videos to you to come and watch, let me know who it was in the comments so that I can give them a shout out. I think it's always very cool to get shouted out in a good way. So it probably will be about a month before I do another one, because a month seems to be a good time frame for me. So that, I think, is all. Everybody have a good day. I hope you have a good Easter, those of you who celebrate. And we'll see you later. Happy stitching, everybody. Bye-bye.